we are, Unify 2016. I've got Luke and Morgan from Stories. Gentlemen, hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. You guys just played?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that really soon, but first of all, I want to congratulate Luke on being in the 2015 Unify Best on Ground for being the most trashed.
That was actually a different person.
Oh, really?
Before we had Luke.
But
imagine if it was.
All right, so you're the new. Is that why you had to get a new bass
That's
player?
right.
That was so. The real story here is the old bass player of Stories was sacked for being too drunk at Unify 2015.
Oh yeah. Big time, yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. So how are you following in his footsteps? Are you going to be the most trashed today?
Yeah, I've got a pretty tight game plan here. I'm starting off light, but we've got a later thing. We're projecting sort of like really like stumbling, falling, really intense drunkenness
towards the end.
For heavy storms.
It's a game of 4 quarters, so by the time you get to the end,
right.
Good. Well, excellent show, as I said. Well, I've got to ask, in fact, because we filmed a bunch of this.
Yeah.
What happens when you're doing your singing and you're doing singing and screaming, as a matter of fact?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the bands here auction off the singing to other members of the band. You pretty much do it all in Stories.
Yeah.
Does that just come naturally?
Well, like I guess before Outwork we did our album, we've become our EP was quite a like mostly a heavy music release. It was a lot of screaming, really heavy screaming, but I was sort of moving away from really heavy music, and I felt like I wanted to incorporate singing. I always listened to so much singing focused bands, not much screaming.
Did you know that you could sing?
No, not really. I knew I wasn't tone deaf, but at the same time, I definitely wanted to try and incorporate it into our live set when we started to sort of bring our music down to a bit more of like a groovier, I don't know, feelier sort of texture.
So you're doing the singing, you're doing the screaming, and then suddenly you're not standing up anymore. You're down by a pedal board mucking around. You're just mucking about with someone's pedals. What's happening?
Well, me and my brother spent a lot of time when we were writing the album together, just I don't know, getting hands-on with stuff. And Nick was recording a guitar part, and I had to sort of be his hands.
Yeah.
I wrote that part for a song, so now every time we play, for a second I couldn't see a thing. I have to get down and do the feedback and delay. It's cool. I like doing it though.
You guys have always written together, though, you and Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he writes the music and you're the lyric guy. Is that kind of how it happens?
much.
You're the lyrics and the delay pedal effects and things.
And one delay pedal thing every now and then.
Has it been like that all your life? Have you guys always written together?
Yeah, Nick's pretty much like a workhorse when it comes to writing most of the music, and everybody obviously has an opinion. Roscoe, our drummer, he comes in sort of towards the end of the songs are starting to complete, and he sort of goes, I might try doing something like this. But it usually stays pretty close to what Nick had in mind and he's envisioned. But then I pitch all my vocal ideas and I just lay it down over the top at the end.
Nice. And here you are, hanging out with a bunch of your mates that you've also just been on tour with.
I know. So it's great. So many friends. That's the best thing about Unify. Last year, just a mix of so many friends. It's great. And
you're just on the Badlands tour as well with Ocean Groves and Make Them Suffer.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Make Them Suffer, bringing the onstage female contingent of Unify to 2.
Yeah.
Which is for a metal festival still quite high.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
pretty good.
That's a high rate. High rate.
Have you had a chance to hang out with these people yet today?
Not yet. It's been, we finished, packed up, came over here, hanging out with you, and then I think after this, definitely catch up. Yeah.
There you go. This is why it's called Unify. Brings mates together, having a good time.
Takes hair off, but
Unify is, I guess, I don't know, but people anyway.